Welcome everybody to another edition of the Permian Basin International Oil Show of Tally Book Troubleshooting. I'm your host, Keith Stelter, coming to you from Odessa, Texas, the Ector County Coliseum, home of said show. Behind me, it is packed here. It is going so amazing. Usually my show is sponsored by Arc Energy. We process energy, but being part of the podcast party, today we're sponsored by the Wireline Group. Big shout out to those guys. Thank you for making this event happen. We really appreciate you. And now on to my amazing guest I got beside me, Renee Helmer. I'll let her, she's a veteran in the industry, I would say.
You can say that.
Yeah,
you can say that. Don't say how long.
No. It's family. It's a family passed down, but I'll let her do. If you're not connected with Renee on LinkedIn, highly recommend it. I'm sure you'll take the connection, correct?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Renee Helmer, and I'm so happy to be here. Before I even introduce myself, I want to give a big thank you to the Permian Basin and all the operators and service companies that have welcomed the Cajuns throughout the year to come and share in their wonderful discovery here in the Permian Basin. It's the third oil play in the world, and we're so happy that once the Gulf Coast slowed down, that we were privileged and welcomed us Cajuns, South Louisiana people, to come and share in this wonderful oil field patch. So thank you very much.
It's an amazing place.
It's an amazing place.
An immigrant myself, just newly citizenship last year. I came down. It's always been, amazing. I know sometimes they talk about the landscape not being so pretty, but I'm starting to really like it.
I love rock gardens.
Yep.
I love rock gardens. They're great. I love all the different colors and shapes and sizes.
Yes. So tell us a little bit what you got going on.
So, we are Helmer Directional Drilling was a 56-year-old company started by Hank Helmer back in Lafayette, Louisiana, and grew with the oil and gas industry. He formed in 1965. That's when directional drillers were gods, and he would come on location with his whipstock. He would set the whipstock. They would drill 10 to 12 feet and have to pull out the hole and reset the whipstock. That's what they did. Then lo and behold, fast forward a few years, Hank got a team of engineers and trained his hands and designed his very own mud motor.
Perfect.
So then they had Helmer mud motors, which was blowing and glowing. Then they had Helmer Guidance, designed his own MWD tools. So
a lot of rich history there.
Oh, so sorry.
Anything can happen when you're doing
it's a
live.
customer, but they're gonna have to wait.
Perfect. This is why we do it like this. A little bit from the hip. You never know.
Go.
We're gonna. Okay. So fast forward today. Where are you guys at?
Well, I'm going to self-title myself as a COVID Cinderella story. With COVID, with 2016 and with COVID, that we took a lot of hits.
A lot of people, myself included.
A lot of people took hits. And so we decided to sell our assets, cut our losses, and I opened Helmer Operations. And it was focused on the Helmer relationships that had been built through the years in the oil field, through the decades in the oil field. And I began going door to door here in the Permian Basin, making deals, connecting deals, strategic asset monetizing, helping people sell some of their assets so that they can continue the cash flow to keep some of their people on staff. Then with that, we lo and behold, the directional drilling found us. Some customers called Richard and said, hey, what are y'all doing? And he said, I'm sorry, I'm retired. You're going to have to talk to my wife.
Perfect. And so you were able to help them out?
We were able to help them out. We started drilling in Louisiana, back to our home roots, and we continue to drill there today. But we are also teamed up with a drilling optimization software that works much like the Waze app. It can predict what's ahead of you and in real time, and can tell you whether you need to increase weight on bit, decrease weight on bit, increase RPMs, decrease RPMs,
Sounds great.
You should pull out the hole or if you shouldn't pull out the hole. So it's an amazing software that we're gaining a lot of traction with some of the operators. But then the latest and greatest thing that's going on is the price of gas, right? It's up, it's wonderful. And everybody wants to find a place in green energy.
ESG, everybody's heard it. They gotta live it now.
So Helmer Operations, Helmer Ops have gotten on board with that, and we have teamed up with a company out of Canada, The French are coming together again.
Come on, there's lots of us English guys on the west side. Come on.
Yes. So with that, we are capturing flare gas at the wellhead, and with our conversion units, turning it into electricity that can have three end options. It can be used on the rig site on location. It can be sold back to the grid, which we have already been in contact and negotiations. Well, not necessarily negotiation, but communication with Encore. So they know our product, they know our product line, they understand our engineering and our education and our knowledge in the area. So we have a relationship with them, built that. Or we have already are in partnership with Bitcoin companies and crypto miners to where we can sell the gas back to them so they can help fuel their
It
operations.
still blows my mind. Crypto and flare gas is something you put together. It just, it's shocking to me.
So the energy is what's fueling, much like coal and minerals
Yep.
fuel the dollar. The energy is what's fueling these Bitcoins. And in fact, it has taken off so much that depending on the evaluation of the amount of gas that would be flaring off, and it does not matter how sweet or sour it is, we can go up to 5% H2S gas. If you want to just cut out all the headaches, we are willing to come in, put our equipment on location, and we will just buy the gas and use it for our own crypto mining.
Perfect.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Love talking about gas. Arc Energy, we process energy and deal in gas processing, amine, and all that kind of stuff, dehydration. So I love it. I love hearing that the industry's coming back. Price of gas, price of oil's coming back. There's room finally for all of us now to finally be successful.
Yes.
And contribute. So
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
those millennials, they are making their mark in this world because they just want to go up to that gas pump, tap their little card, and just fuel up that quickly.
Yeah. Love it every day.
Love
Well,
it.
thank you very much for coming.
Keith,
Really
I
appreciate it.
appreciate you having me as a guest on your show, and thank you for all you do to help promote us, the service companies in the industry.
Hey, I just a little guy here in Odessa, Texas, trying to do my part, and I don't know, it somehow took off. The odd person watches, so usually I get crap from my wife. I said or something, or too many times.
Oh,
so
my
shout
goodness.
out to Aaron Stelter, always keeping me honest. So thank you once again.
And let me do a shout out to Richard Helmer for paving the way for Helmer Operations.
Awesome. Once again, coming from the Permian Basin International Oil Show, come on down. It's packed. We're having a great time, and that's how you troubleshoot.